Next question. Do you have buyer's remorse? A little bit. A little bit. I don't know if remorse is a strong word. Well, I will tell you this. 2 days into owning the house, I was here and it was the first time I had seen it empty because it was staged. And by staged, I mean that sometimes when they sell houses, they will actually like put furniture in the house to make it look as if, someone lives there. So when you come back in the house and there's nothing there, it's the first time you're really seeing it like as bare bones. And I was on the landing of the second floor and was on the phone with my mom, and I just like collapsed to my knees and was like, "What have I done?" Because the grandeur of the home was just overwhelming in that moment, and I just knew that I had taken on something bigger than I had considered. Because as much as I love my home, and it's a beautiful home, it's not turnkey. I mean, it would be turnkey if I didn't have like style and I didn't like care about conservation and shit like that. But I do. And so there were these things that needed to be changed in order to make the house more modern and more energy efficient. There were things that needed to be changed in order to make the house more modern, in order to make my house more modern and more dopeness efficient. Like it just was what it was. And my mom did some hardcore parenting. When I tell y'all, she got me together. She was like, okay, let's talk about, since you want to sit here and act like this place is like so just a travesty and everywhere else you lived, everything was perfect. Let's run it back. She's like, first of all, your apartment in Harlem. Yeah, you liked your apartment, but you also had to put your clothes in a cart and wheel them up a hill in the snow by a police precinct in order to wash them in a laundromat. Like, in order to walk to the train, you had to get harassed every day and dodge dice games. Like, in order to even leave your apartment, you had to dodge the damn the super who had turned into a raging drunk and would sit on the stoop and harass you. So she's like, are we really going to act like your first residence was so amazing? She was like, and let's not talk about when it eventually became overrun with rats in the walls, y'all. It was literally like, it just got out of hand. So yeah, I did forget about that. Thanks, Mom. Then she was like, let's talk about your place in LA. She's like, sure, you loved it. However, your car got robbed twice, parked in the parking lot. The gated parking lot, your car got robbed twice. She was like, also, when you first moved there, you couldn't even stay there for a month because when you turn on the lights, it was infested with roaches and it had to get bombed and fumigated and you couldn't stay there. So she was like, no, if none of these places were just incredible the minute you got there, you had to create that. You had to take your time and you had to grow into them places and you had to decide how to make them yours. So you need to like do that with this place. And she was like, and lastly, the last place you were in, yeah, you love that house. We all love that house, but you were paying a white man's mortgage in America. You, a sister. So she was like, no, no. So now you're not doing any of that. You're not going through any of that. And she was like, you have so many different aspects now. You have someone there to help you. You have a partner. She was like, you have income. She was like, you also have experience in the world. So all of this is going to work out, and it will, because you make everything work out.